Am I the asshole for hiding the $135,000 I just inherited from my girlfriend and her family? Context: my girlfriend, 22, and I, 23, just had our first child a few months ago. The pregnancy was wildly unplanned as I'm graduate school and neither of us were ever interested in children. About a year ago I learned that I was set to inherit over $135,000 from my great aunt's estate who, due to severe schizophrenia, never married or had any children. She was a wealthy woman because of her father, and I never met her. Right around the time I learned about this money, my girlfriend's family got in severe financial trouble which prevented her from finishing college. Then came pregnancy and our child. I have supported her and our child completely with this money, but she has no idea where it is coming from and doesn't really push too hard to find out. I don't really have plans to tell her, and I sure as hell don't want her dad finding out, as I'm sure it will eventually lead to him asking for money for another one of his failed businesses. So tell me, am I the asshole for withholding this knowledge indefinitely? Neither her nor her family are entitled to money you've inherited. Put on your own oxygen mask before you help anyone else. And you are helping and supporting her and your kid. Maintain focus. The money is not unlimited. No assholes here. Do not tell them about the money, otherwise you will be looked at as a piggy bank. Keep the money for you and your own personal future. That way you can benefit from it as well. Because once that it is gone, it's gone. Open a high yield savings account or a brokerage account. Buy some short-term CDs or treasury bonds. No assholes here. If your relationship structure consists of you paying for everything, no questions asked, then I can't see what you are doing wrong. Hopefully you are earning a graduate degree as something that will earn you a real salary, as this money won't last for too many years supporting a family of 3. No here. But it's a little concerning that you don't feel you can trust your girlfriend with this information. Depending on the seriousness of the relationship, you want to be able to be honest and communicate without secrets between you. You're the asshole. You don't have to tell her family, but if you're in a committed relationship and you even have a child together, she should know. It must have been really difficult for her not to be able to finish college, and you're telling us that she could have. That's really awful. You guys are in a committed relationship. You have a child. You should tell your girlfriend and leave her family out of it. You're the asshole. No assholes here. But if I have to add, if neither you nor your girlfriend were using birth control, it wasn't a wildly unplanned pregnancy. How serious are you about this girl? Is she wife material? If not, keep that money hidden for you and your child. However, if you plan on staying with her, I would help her finish college, but maybe ask her not to tell her family about the money. You're the asshole. I understand your reasoning, why you do not want to tell her family, but if you are in a committed relationship with your girlfriend, I would tell her. It is going to come and bite you if you don't, because it is a trust issue. So, the question is, are you planning on staying together with your GF and possibly marrying her? I personally don't think it is a good idea to have secrets like that in a relationship. Telling her about the money does not mean that you are obliged to share it with her family. Not that it would make a big difference, but especially if you are not even married yet and it is not your family. So, I think there are two issues here. Telling her about the money and B, sharing the money. You're the for not telling her, but it does not make you the that you do not want to share the money with her family. I see in other comments that you're serious about the relationship with your girlfriend. Plus you have a child. If you're serious, then yes, you're the It would be different if you weren't really thinking it would work out with you two and you just co-parent. But with you being serious, I think you should tell her. I saw you said she had no interest in working. That's a conversation you should have with her if you think it would be a problem in the future. Because you could easily make it clear that we can't just sit on the money as if we can live off it forever. And that first and foremost it's there to support your child and not there to spend on extravagant things. The only reason I could think of to not talk about it would be if you had any real concern that if you told her that she would fully try and be too reliant on the money to fully live off of, and worried that if you deny her use to the money for certain things, that she would retaliate legally. You're the gently. You have every right to decline any help to her family. But since you already helped her and you have a family together, hiding something like this seems wrong. How can two people be together while basically lying? This will come out at some point and it will damage the trust in your relationship. In my opinion, she should know about the money. And also know that, although you generously use the money to make your family lives more comfortable, you aren't using it to support relatives. So if she wants to share the news, she should also share that you will cut strings with any parasite. PS. All these people saying that Noon is entitled to his money. Do you actually support lying between a couple? Speaking the truth means that your money will go away. Couples are about respect and working things out together. If one coin falls out of my pocket, then my BF lost one coin. If I get an inheritance, then my BF is wealthier as well, because we are family. If I consider this my secret, then I don't consider my partner a family. No assholes here. Are you married? No? Then your finances are your own. Good on you for supporting your child. How close is she to finishing college? Might be a good idea to encourage her to finish. 2-degree holders' incomes are usually better than 1. You're the asshole for hiding this from your girlfriend, who is the mother of your child, not the asshole for hiding it from her family. You're the asshole, honestly. I don't see why you lied to your Sue about this. I'd be pissed if my partner kept something like this from me. Not because I feel I'm entitled to the money, but because he feels I'm so untrustworthy that he has to lie about it. If she finds out about this, and she will, you're f***ed. You're the asshole. If you can't trust your girlfriend, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with her or have had a child with her. You cannot have a successful relationship without trust and communication. Do I think the family needs to know? No. But your girlfriend does. She is the mother of your child, and she is part of your family now. If you don't think she is, then don't continue this relationship. No assholes here. You are supporting your own family with that money, and you want to avoid the awkward situation of her dad trying to waste that money. Nothing wrong with that. You need to be aware, though, that those 135,000 won't last forever. It is likely that in the future you will need your girlfriend to also create a reasonable amount of income. The times where one income could provide for a family of 3 or 4 for the most part are over. No assholes here. Your money, your choice how it's used. You're supporting your child. As long as you support your own new family, that's all that's important. You're the asshole. The two of you have a child together. It's not like this is some Tinder random. She deserves to know about major changes in your financial picture, if only to give her peace of mind. That said, you're totally within your rights to ask her not to let her family know, especially if you have reason to believe they'd be irresponsible with the information. I'm surprised by the amount of people making such a big deal about the fact that you guys aren't married, and that being the deciding factor as to whether you should be honest or are being the asshole. It's a committed relationship with a child involved. Marriage is just a piece of paper. Being married doesn't mean you are any less or more committed to one another. There have been people who have been together for 20+ years without being married, and people who get divorced after less than a year. If you are building a life with this woman, which it sounds like you are, even if the child was unexpected, you should be honest with her. I'm gonna day no assholes here though, because I don't think you are the asshole for not telling her Peresi. I understand your reasoning, but I do think it's better for your relationship and your future together to be honest. Do you have a reason to believe she will tell her family? I've actually been in a similar situation myself. My now husband comes from a family of money and had a decent amount in the bank. Although it wasn't from an inheritance. My family is poor, and my dad does ask everyone he knows for money, including my husband, despite the fact that I never told him how much money he had. Well, in my husband's last year of college, I got pregnant. Like super fast. We weren't even together, although we had been best friends for a while and things suddenly turned romantic. But we were in love and started building a life together. Our son was 6 months old at our wedding. But after I got pregnant and we were kinda suddenly thrown into a more serious relationship, he told me about his financial situation. I suspected some of it, but had no idea of how much money he came from. His parents lived in another country, and I had never met them or anything. I absolutely did not tell my family, especially my dad. It's none of their business anyway, but I knew how they would react, which was all the more reason. Do you have some reason to think you couldn't trust your girlfriend with this information? Especially if you told her not to tell them? Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Let us know your thoughts on this topic. See you soon.